Welcome to Okoboji Broadcast, everybody. I'm Jeff Thee, and here we are back at Last Country Cleaning and Paint in Spirit Lake, right here on Jackson Avenue. So easy to find, so easy to use, because Leah Heinrichs and her whole crew here, they do such a fantastic job for you. And Leah, paint, I mean, the word's right in the title there,
yes.
Paint, and painting is a very important thing.
It is. So if you're one of those people who, you know, pick out that color and you're like, I am not taking on this painting job, you know, and the first question they'll ask is, so do you know of any good painters around here?
Well, you do.
As kind of a matter of fact, you know, I said, we actually do painting. So, you know, a lot of times people don't realize that when they come in our store and they're picking out colors and stuff like that. But we do painting. My husband's been a painter for over 35 years, so he comes with a lot of experience. We've got 3 full-time people on our paint crew, so we've got a crew that can, you know, handle quite a bit of work.
Right.
And we've done everything from small little room jobs to whole brand new houses inside and outside, you know, industrial stuff where we actually go in, you know, these warehouses and these manufacturing plants and do a lot of painting, whether it's the dry fall, all of your ceilings painted, your walls painted, poles painted. That's a lot of specialty work, a lot of specialized equipment. You have to learn how to cover up and protect all their equipment and their facilities and things like that. And a lot of painters just don't do some of that stuff, but we do. So when it comes to painting, I mean, there's nothing really too big or too small of projects that we're able to take on. We do have our own professional spray booth here, so we can do everything in-house that we need to, whether it's your trim, your doors, staining, painting, things of that nature. We just finished up our last exterior for the season, so we do exterior houses as well.
Okay.
You can check out a lot of that stuff on our websites and our Facebook pages.
And it's a big job if you take it on yourself. It's, you know, I'm sorry, painting is a big job.
It is.
And to get it right, and like you say, all the prep work.
The prep work
is what drives me crazy, Leah.
Yes.
And to do it right, and because when you're done, you want to be able to look at it and pull that blue tape off and go, wow, this is what I wanted to happen.
Yeah. And having that time frame, you know, we really try to work with those customers. You know, we've done a couple houses back to back here where they bought the house. They were giving us such a time frame of, we want to move in here, but we really want the whole house painted prior to us moving in, which, you know, makes sense.
Yeah.
And working with them, the realtor, to get us in ahead of time so I can measure stuff out, give them a bid, wait till they close so we can literally, as they get the keys in their hand, I can get in there and start painting.
Right.
You know, working on those time frames of, you know, when that customer wants stuff done, when we can get in there to do it, getting them on the list, getting done what they need to be done, you know, stripping that wallpaper, cleaning those walls, prepping stuff, you know, all that stuff takes so much time, dedication, the communication back and forth with the customer, answering their 101 questions.
That's right. But you've got 101 answers. There's the key.
Yes, and if I don't, let's sit down and figure out a solution together.
Yeah.
You know, the one customer recently, as we were looking at, they were purchasing a house. They hadn't been out there. I hadn't been out there. And they're like, I really don't like those white, you know, lights outside. Okay, let's paint them black. When we finally got out there and looked at them, they were porcelain. And I was like, I would not really recommend painting those, you know, because it's probably going to come right off. So they're like, okay, good to know that. Well, let's just paint the bases on them and we'll get new lights. Great solution, you know. Their front door, that was another whole thing. It was not a very nice shade of yellow. You know, they're like, can we change that? Absolutely. You know, let's change out that color. So what we did is we were looking at the door, and then husband's like, well, it's so beautiful underneath. We could see some of the old finish on it. Can you strip that door?
Right.
Yeah, actually we can. We can strip it and refinish it for you. So that was the talk with that. Well, come now to the end of it, they're actually just buying a brand new door and we're going to paint it. Okay, so, you know, the consumers will drop off the door. They know where to find us. They drop off the door. They just tell us what customer it is. We got the color from the customer. We paint it up, and then we take it out and we plop it on, and there you go.
And that goes right back to the communication. You do that with each and every one of your customers.
It changed 3 or 4 times, and you have to be able to communicate with them of, you know, the change and when we're going to get that door so we can get it painted and back out to their house and back on the house and keep that ball rolling all the way through the end of the project.
And the communication you have with prior to a project, you know, going on on site, taking a look at it and finding out exactly what it's going to take.
Yeah,
so
if there's
they're not
questions
getting
or
any
concerns that I need to look at and address, or if they have some major drywall issues, I'm like, you're going to need to hire a drywaller to get this finished first before we come out. Or, sometimes we bid out the jobs before while they're still on paper. And what's the time frame going to look like, and what all are we bidding out? Everything, just some of the stuff, things like that. Another customer, they just bought a house, they closed on it, and she goes, we really don't like the color outside. And I went out there to do a color consultation with her, because I got out there and I was scratching my head too. She's like, we're not changing out the windows, and they were ugly brown. Okay, so we need to figure out some colors that are going to go with these brown windows, and it was not easy. And we got stuff narrowed down to 5 or 6 different choices of one on one extreme and one on another extreme. And I said, come in, get the sample cans, and put it on the house. It's the only way you're going to truly know if you really like that color with those brown windows, if you actually just go and do it.
So you offer the painting services, and of course people, if they want to do the job themselves, you've got wonderful Benjamin Moore products here.
Exactly, yeah. So you can definitely come in and get the products, and we will help you walk through your steps if you want to do it yourself. A lot of people want to tackle that stuff, that DIY stuff. Great.
Yeah.
If you got the questions, we will walk you through it. We want to make sure you feel comfortable going home tackling that project yourself. We've had it happen where they buy all the stuff and call me the next day and say, nope, I'm tapping out, not doing it. What will it take for you to come do this for me? Okay, not a problem,
You'll take care of them either way.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
And I know you keep records on, for everybody that comes in and gets paint. I mean, you've got detailed records of this is what you had in your bathroom, this is what you had in your living room, this is your exterior.
Yep, and it works well. We've had people where they sell a house or they bought a house, they find extra cans in there, and they're like, well, this was you. Yep, that's us. What was the house or the person that you bought it under? And they're like, I need more of this. I like this color. Want to finish the rest of the house with it. That way we have that record, and then we can just transfer it over to their name.
Indeed, and along with the Benjamin Moore paints, of course, you got right behind us all the products you're going to need, all the supplies you're going to need. One stop.
One stop.
Right here at
And now
Last
we
Touch.
even carry all the Graco parts. So if you're a painter yourself and that tip blew out, or your machine just isn't working correctly, we can repair it, or you can bring it in and get the equipment that you need to keep going with your painting jobs as well.
You cover a lot of bases on that.
Yes. We want to give people and contractors and painters the right product for the job to help them accomplish what they need to do as well.
Yep, and you don't have to run around from spot to spot in town to get everything you need. It's all right here.
Yeah, it is.
At Last Touch Cleaning and Paint. So
yeah, stop on in and we'll help you through the rest.
All right, and of course you got your store in Fairmont, Minnesota as well.
Yes, we do.
Got to mention that.
Yep.
So
here in Okoboji, Iowa, and up in Fairmont, Minnesota.
all right, and it's right here in Jackson Avenue, right here in Spirit Lake. You'll be so glad if you got your services, your painting done here at Last Touch, and of course they offer the cleaning services as well. Stop in and talk to Leah and her great crew here today. Leah, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
Leah Heinrichs here from Last Touch Cleaning and Paint in Spirit Lake. We thank her for being with us. We thank you for watching us right here on Okoboji Broadcast.